Barefoot, the defending USHRA Association Monster Truck World Champion with what may be the most powerful engine ever. The Carolina Crusher, with newcomer Gary Porter behind the wheel in his first full year of USHRA Association competition. Does the newcomer have the power to keep up with the world champ? ESPN, the world leader in motorsports coverage, presents Speed World.
I'm Brett Kepner, this time standing by from Nassau Coliseum in Uniondale, New York, as we get ready for another action-packed battle in the USHRA Association Camel Monster Truck World Championship Tour.
Hello, everyone. I'm Chris Chapman at the State Fair Arena in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Coming up, a Rock'em Sock'em Classic Western Shootout, featuring the fastest guns in mud racing.
Welcome to the 1991 Monster Truck Challenge Series. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Nassau Coliseum in Uniondale, New York, as we get ready for qualifying for an 8-truck open competition, field of machines in USHRA Association Camel competition. The very first machine up in the near lane is by far the crowd favorite at this event. Dennis Anderson's incredible Gravedigger 1950 Chevrolet leaves the line. On this extremely short course, Anderson, hard on the brakes, will set the pace. The elapsed time for the Gravedigger, 2.41 seconds. That will bring up Fred Schaefer out of Granite City, Illinois, in the supercharged Chevy called Barefoot. And a lot of sparks out of the right front wheel assembly, as apparently something goes wrong in the drive axle on that side of the truck. But the elapsed time for Barefoot, 2.34 seconds. This time around, near lane. John Pyatt leaves the line in the incredible Bigfoot Ford, a rough landing, and an elapsed time of 2.57 seconds will put Bigfoot number 3 in the program. Mike Wine out of New Jersey in the Outlaw Super Winch Ford leaves the line, and he runs into problems almost immediately. Mike Wine's elapsed time, 3.34 seconds, and he'll have to make some kind of adjustment before the first round. The Black Stallion Ford, the immaculate piece from Maryland of Michael Vodders, stages up. And a great run for the heavyweight of Vodders, although the machine almost looked like it lost fire at the finish line. 2.60 seconds, good for number 4. While the truck that finished number 2 in the world last year, Jack Wilman's Taurus Chevrolet, gets ready. And Wilman cruises through well off his normal pace, 2.68 seconds. Right now, good enough for 6th spot is the highest qualifying spot we've seen Taurus take this year. Carolina Crusher on the line. A beautiful airborne leap. He had to go quicker than 2.34 seconds to get the pole. Porter goes 2.31 seconds for the number 1 spot. And finally, the killer of 1991, Rob Fuchs, the First Blood Ford. A radical launch for Fuchs, completely out of shape in the air. He runs 2.58 seconds over this shortened 90-foot distance, and that means at the end of qualifying, the upset that some of the Chevy fans thought could take place indeed has. The Carolina Crusher leads the field ahead of Barefoot, Gravedigger, and Bigfoot. And that will set us up for the first round of side-by-side monster truck eliminations. Also coming up, super modified mud racing. Stay with us. We're back at the Nassau Coliseum in Uniondale, New York, with qualifying complete. It's now time for the first round of side-by-side monster truck eliminations at this USHRA Association event. But keep in mind, in a course with only a 90-foot distance, Drivers' starting line reactions will mean everything in the upcoming matches. A quick jump off the starting line could spell the difference between a win and a loss for an inherently slower truck. The number one qualifier in the near lane, Gary Porter, takes on the first blood Ford of Rob Fuchs. And the Chevrolet pulls it out. Fuchs completely crossed up on landing, but Porter pulls one out for the Chevy fans to start off eliminations on a winning note. Meanwhile, Jack Willman in the Taurus Chevrolet lines up. The truck that finished number 2 in the world last year surprisingly has to line up alongside Dennis Anderson's Gravedigger in the first round. Usually these two could be counted on to qualify in the top half. Taurus finished number 7 in the qualifying round, his worst finish in the preliminaries so far this year. And the whole shot goes to the Gravedigger. It's not even a race. Dennis Anderson annihilates a problem-plagued Jack Willman. No contest. From the very second the green light came on, Anderson was gone in the green 50 Chevy sedan delivery. The next pair up will pit Ford versus Ford. Mike Wine's Outlaw in the far lane from New Jersey takes on John Pyatt. The legendary Bigfoot Ford qualified number 4 in this program, and he needs to pick up the pace. They leave the line together, but it's Pyatt and the Bigfoot machine all over the finish line, but out in front by a half a truck length, trailering Mike Wine in this opening round of eliminations and advancing to the semifinal round. And that will bring us our final pair in round number 1. The Black Stallion Ford of Michael Waters, a show quality piece, engineered by Waters himself, lines up against the most feared monster truck in USHRA Association Camel Racing. Fred Schaefer's unbelievably powerful Barefoot Chevrolet in the near lane, your number 2 qualifier. Schaefer unloads on the Black Stallion Ford, giving it everything he had and surprisingly keeping it low to the ground. Fred Schaefer is notorious for taking the car airborne even when he can keep it lower to the ground and run quicker. But that means in the semifinal round, it will be the Gravedigger against the Carolina Crusher in an all-Carolina Chevy battle, and Bigfoot versus Barefoot. Plus, we've got super modified mud racing yet to come. Don't go away.